Hey drummers! So today we're going to learn our first couple of drum beats. So I'm going to be playing this right hand lead today. So my right hand will go on the hi-hat, my left hand will go on the snare drum, and my right foot is on the bass drum. I'm going to keep my left foot pushed down on the hi-hat pedal to keep the cymbals closed. First of all, we're just going to look at the bass drum and the snare drum pattern. They're going to alternate evenly: bass drum, snare drum, bass drum, snare drum. We can say tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. The bass drum will be on number 1 and 3, and the snare drum will be on number 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, once you're comfortable alternating the bass and the snare drum, that's what's happening in both of these drum beats. So we're going to add the hi-hat now, the third limb. This is where it can get tricky. So lots of patience, try it slowly. So the first beat, beat number 1, is your hi-hat and your bass drum at the same time. We're going to call that 1. 1. Once you're comfortable with that, we're going to try beat number 2, which is our hi-hat and our snare drum at exactly the same time. You can see I've got a cross stick pattern here. My right hand on the hi-hat, my left hand underneath on the snare drum. Number 2. So now we're going to alternate number 1 and then number 2 slowly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So plenty of time just alternating number 1 and number 2. So now we're going to count to 4 instead of 2. Our bass drum is on number 1 and 3, the odd numbers, and our snare drum is on number 2 and 4, the even numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, once you've got that sounding good, we're going to try and change the hi-hat now. We're going to play in between the bass drum and the snare drum. We're going to call this note and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm just going to look at one pattern of this. You've got your beat number 1, the bass drum and hi-hat, and then we're going to tap the hi-hat straight away afterwards. 1 and 1 and. Now we're going to look at number 2 and put the and afterwards. 2 and 2 and. So what you can do is put a little gap in between 1 and 2 and, just to give your brain a chance to cope with what's going on. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Let's take the gap out and try and play every note even. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Another way to learn it is to build it up step by step, brick by brick. 1 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and. Once you start getting that, we're just going to repeat the same thing over and over again, and there's your rock pop drum beat. So a great couple of drum beats there. The second one here, you'll hear it in Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, Back in Black by AC/DC, and about a million other songs. So there's your first drum beats. Keep trying, keep on persevering, never give up, and try and have fun. Lovely to see you again, drummers. Keep on drumming.